Random internet strangers, it's Random Crypto Guy. Yay! We spare no expense here. Da 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 da. There's my intro. I don't want to waste a lot of time there. I just thought that was a little bit funny, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Maybe we'll build up to something really nice, like what those big stations have. But in the meantime, let's go right to the charge because we only have 15 minutes. I don't want to do that yet. Here we go. All right. I wanted to go back over this right here. Went over this the other day. The this is the scalping that I showed you. But there was one thing that I neglected. I had to go back in my notes because I haven't used this in such a long time. I actually had to go back in my notes. And this is for the GMA part of the scalping program. I have actually two lines. I have one at 0.0004 and 0.0008, and also the negative side, and negative 0.004 and negative 0.008. And this is set at this 1 hour time frame, 60 minutes. Now what this does is this is inside the between 0.004 and negative 0.004. I don't trade. You don't scalp. You just don't have the odds in your favor either way. Sometimes you can bump this up to the 4-hour chart and to be even more cautious, but the 1 hour chart is fine. So, but once it pops up above that, then we are good to go for a trade. So now we got the upper level wins in our favor. And if you wait for these, you can see almost every time you're going to come out ahead. So if you wait for that, boom, you would have come out, and this would have been about, looks like about 32 pips. To get there. There's another one right here. Bang, this would probably be a good one here. Yeah, here, and then we're in, but we don't have a signal till here. Bang. Get a little bit of drawdown, then up for 12, 13 pips. Not bad. There's another 4. So we're good here. And we got a signals all at the same time. And this would have been about 9 pips. Not bad at all. And here's a really good one. We would have got in on this trend here. Right here. We would have started with 15, 14 pips. Got a continuation here. For another 14. Then another continuation. For about 14, 15. And so on and so forth. And those would have been at 2%. In this range, you want to be, maybe 1%, but once you get above 0.08, you go 2%. It's just something that for shoreline, and you just don't trade when it's in between. It's just too herky. You can see it's real herky-jerky here. You don't know which way it's going. It's trying to fake you out, whipsawing left and right. So I just wanted to go over that. The exit is you can use the Heiken-Aishi, or you can just hold on, do a hodl like on this one, and when you got a good trend, you're up here, and you got a good trend going, you just hodl. And then if you hodled this after you maybe you exited part of your trade here, half of your trade here, and you would have hodled here for, you'd still be in this trade for 60 pips. Not bad. Not bad at all. So just wanted to go over that. And so moving on to Bitcoin and the exit strategy for Bitcoin. Now I had to modify this a little bit because I've noticed on different charts you're going to have different issues because, well, my old broker was closed on the weekend, so I was getting really crappy signals. So I had to, that's one of the reasons why I dumped that broker, and I'm testing out this as a new broker yet. I'm not going to identify it for a while until I'm thoroughly happy with it. Seems like the liquidity is kind of light, but it's an MT4 broker that has crypto and a few other currencies. But the reason why I like MT4 is I can get cool indicators like this. This is parabolic weighted MA. And if we wait for $1,000 body candle where we get $1,000 in one move in one day, that's when we know we're in a parabolic move. And so once that happens, you got a couple options. Now we don't have a lot of back data to go with on this, so we just, one is to use my 2 Heiken-Aishi rule, like right here. That would have got us out right here, actually. Not bad. If we would have got in here, for example, we would have got out here on this candle for, looks like $4,120. Not bad. It's going to be really difficult to tell. But what I plan on doing, I've got a little ahead of myself, what I plan on doing is once my account doubles, I'm going to take that half out and let the rest ride. And there's several different ways that I can either let it ride and just exit the whole amount when we get across on this moving average here. That's pretty aggressive. You can do a scale out where you can just pick different levels and take out 25% at each level until you exhaust your supply. Now there is the 2 Heiken-Aishi rule that I talked about. Another thing you want to look for, there's a couple things you want to look for when we get into these hyped parabolic runs. One is we're going to look for really long wicks at the top, down, creating down pressure. That means there's a lot of people selling into the buying frenzy. When you get into a buying frenzy, your grandmother and the gas station attendant and the bum on the street will be telling you to buy Bitcoin. That's when you know, that's the signal in word on the street. That's how that's how Elliott Wave developed, is that when when everybody's buying, it's time to sell. So you sell into that FOMO trade and take your profits and run. Third way is to just hodl, because if we get into a parabolic run coming up here, we're not really in one. We haven't got $1,000 candle move yet. That's the biggest one is about 400 or 500. We get $1,000 candle move in one day. That's when we start getting in a parabolic situation like this right here. There's $1,000 candle right there. And then the next day we had another 1,000, and then bam, we saw this. That would have been the signal to get out. This big long tail right here. That's a big signal. Tell us to get out. So we're into that area now. We look at this. We're right at the top of this area. So, but we're doing it nice and gentle this time. It's not a big thrust into that area. It's a nice accumulation, so that's really good that we're in that situation. So using FOMO, man on the street, grandma principle, fifth wave, whatever you want to call it, long tail, double Heikeneishi, or this parabolic moving average, parabolic weighted MA. Really good stuff. Well, you can scale out. The most conservative method would be to scale out. Or, like I said, you can hodl and just wait for the next wave till we get up to, you know, if your number is 100,000, that's your number, you know. So each of us is going to go out in a different method. But I know one thing, once my account doubles, I'm going to uh, probably, what I'll probably do is take out that half and then hodl the rest. Uh, and then if it drops down back down below 4 digits, I'll probably start buying some more again. I don't think it's going to though. I think we're going to do a nice accumulation phase for all the way into the halving. It's going to be, but once we get up into this 10,000 area, the squawk boxes, the TV and the radio is going to start telling the masses to buy Bitcoin, and then so you know I bought Bitcoin because the TV told me to, instead of, you know, the friends on the street, your friends that actually know about this stuff. So then that's when the hype will start. And when everybody knows that, and when the bum on the street's telling you to buy Bitcoin, that's the time to sell. So moving on again, running out of time here. I want to go to this right here and present this to the crypto community. Bitcoin, buying one Bitcoin is not an option for a lot of people. So what I suggest is for $1 you can get 10,000 satoshis, a little over 10,000 satoshis. I propose to the community that we call this a megatoshi. That's so there's a satoshi, there's a dekatoshi, a hectatoshi, kilotoshi, and a megatoshi. So right now it's worth right around $1. So I suggest that we start talking in terms of megatoshis when we talk about fractions of a Bitcoin. Instead of saying 0.15 Bitcoin, we say, you know, like 100 megatoshis. That would be 0.01 Bitcoin. You know, so it's just something I thought of, and I think it just gives it better uh, selling appeal to the masses. You know, that they can't buy one Bitcoin, but they can buy a megatoshi. How many megatoshis can you get? And just start to bring that into the community and to spread it out. Uh, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just thought I'd put it out there. But that's all I have for today. Thanks for stopping by.